We're here on the beautiful shores of Logan Martin Lake, just 30 miles east of Birmingham. The lake borders St. Clair and Talladega counties and is within 2 miles of Lincoln High School. Due to the expense of owning oceanfront property, lake home living has become the choice for weekend getaways, rest and relaxation, and a simpler way of life called tiny house living. Thank you for joining Talladega County Schools as we show you how we are using the tiny house phenomenon on Logan Martin Lake to teach a new generation construction skills through hands-on learning, and how other career tech programs at the school have gotten in on the fun. Enjoy this video journey before we dive into more details.
Welcome to Lincoln High School, where imagination becomes reality. Lincoln High School is in the Talladega County school system in the community of Lincoln, Alabama, and serves 549 students, grades 9 through 12. The Lincoln High School North Talladega County Building Construction Program started in August of 2018 and was in direct response to the workforce needs of the region. The Building Construction Program was designed to produce students that are career ready in the field of building and construction. The program teaches students career competencies through the building and manufacturing of tiny homes. In this program, students build tiny homes from start to finish, which allows them to learn key employability skills in a real-world setting. Through this course, students can become NCCER Core Certified. Each of these homes are built to code and inspected by a third party, which allows the program to sell homes that can be financed by buyers. Each job site is designed with students at the center. Students are directly involved in the designing of each house, all the way to the finished construction. Students serve as leaders and crew foremen on each job. These leadership roles allow them to build and strengthen skills that make them more valuable and employable to the industries in our area. The program has been an asset to other areas of the school, including the family and consumer science, applying interior design skills, sales and promotional planning, design promotional materials, and the building of a chicken coop for the agri-science department. The program has also shown the effects of student-centered learning on behavior and attendance. Students enrolled in building and construction class receive fewer discipline referrals and are 29% more likely to be at school on the days that they are in the class. College and career readiness is also being positively impacted by the program. During year one, 7 students were NCCER Core Certified, and 1 scholarship was received by a student that was directly connected to the program. The first house is nearly complete with a buyer ready. Future plans are to adjust blueprints and build an additional 2 houses. While the houses may be tiny, we believe that big dreams will be accomplished through this program.
Talladega County Schools is led by Dr. Suzanne Lacey, who is an innovative leader always looking for ways to engage students and new ways to teach the skills needed to position our graduates in pathways that lead to high-wage, high-demand careers. Our 2019-2020 System-Wide Institute Day brought all Talladega County employees together in one place. At this event, Dr. Lacey placed career technical teachers and students in the spotlight to shine a light on the importance of technical skills and technical education. Please join me as we spotlight our building construction program.
Hi, I'm Wesley Yoder, building construction teacher at Lincoln High School. I grew up in a family of woodworkers and I've always loved working with my hands. I hold an Alabama home builder's license and I'm in my 3rd year of teaching. I teach students from Lincoln, Mumford, and Talladega County Central High School. The program is open to Lincoln High School students in the morning, and Mumford and TC students travel over for coursework in the afternoon. I look forward to showing you what we have completed and learned along the way.
Governor Ivey's 2019-2020 Impact Report placed a spotlight on the construction trades and the demand for skills training in welding, HVAC, electrical, and carpentry. By simulating the construction site workplace, Talladega County is preparing students with real-world problem-solving skills, hands-on learning, and the opportunity to demonstrate what they have learned for future employers through their tiny house work and through Skills USA competitive events.
Talladega County is #leading the way with the support of our Region 2 East Alabama Workforce Council. We We maintain a strong partnership and gain valuable information through quarterly workforce meetings. We transport students to the annual Worlds of Work Expo and benefit greatly from the business and industry partnerships our Workforce Council provides.
As you well know, you can't just pull a building construction program out of the air. First, we needed a teacher, the right teacher. Wesley Yoder is one of our own. He is a graduate from B.B. Comer High School in Talladega County and graduated in the top of his class. Mr. Yoder had the skills, desire, determination, and heart for children that we needed to make this program work. He loved the idea of building a product to teach students so that they could see the process from beginning to end. Now we needed a location, and we're still working on that. But we found him a classroom at Lincoln High, and we already had the students wanting to work with their hands. Dr. Lacey and Griff Hill, our coordinator of secondary education, were instrumental in supporting us any way they could by spreading the word and promoting partnerships. Georgia Pacific had just invested $100 million in their Talladega plant, and they were happy to partner with our tiny house project. First Bank of Alabama donated $2,500 to help purchase building materials and offered us an interest-free loan for any other items we needed. Mr. Yoder wrote a grant for Harbor Freight, which provided the program $2,500 to begin his Skills USA program. We also received a craft training grant that was twofold. There is a student portion and an adult portion. The student grant provided $44,558 for equipment and supplies, NCCER books, and training materials. It also provided for an additional instructor to come alongside Mr. Yoder to instruct the students. In year 2, we were able to use other career and technical funds to support the program.
Being around residential construction my whole life, it was very hard to wrap my head around what the trailer and floor framing of an RV looked like. So, one of the first things we did was to partner with Alabama Custom Cabins in Lynn, Alabama. 2 students and I went to the factory for a tour. We had learned and are still learning so much every day. I would like to share with you the process of how to build a tiny house. The very first thing after you receive your trailer is the underbelly. This is the black plastic material used for a vapor barrier on top of the undercarriage. After we install this, we then roll out a double layer of R11 unfaced insulation. Next, we install the floor framing. I assign students to be quality control during the framing process to ensure all lumber meets the measurement specifications. They love to be the person who approves the other students' work. We follow ANSI standards on the fastening schedules for the size and the quantity when framing. Once the floor framing is complete, we move on to the plumbing and electrical rough-in. This is a great learning experience for students as they have to be able to read blueprints and think critically about where fixtures will be located. Once we have completed the rough-in, we must complete 2 tests. One is a pressure test on the hot and cold water supply lines. The other test is on the drain lines. This ensures no leaks as we move forward. After that, once both tests are completed, we then install 3/4 inch tongue and groove subflooring as you would in residential construction. Now for the fun part. Wall framing in any project is fun and moves quickly. The wall and roof framing are very similar to residential construction with the addition of some extra strapping. After wall framing, we move on to the roof. Roofing is just a little bit different than traditional framing, being that there is no overhang due to width restrictions while traveling. As you see in this picture, we have to add strapping every 32 inches from rafter to rafter across the ridge beam. After that, we install traditional felt paper and metal roofing, and from this point on, the rest of the house is built to traditional housing standards, with the exception of a few RV code labels.
Why would a school build a tiny house? What better way to expose me to multiple skilled traits in one project? These are blueprint designs, carpenter, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, roofing, insulation, and painting. I am able to work in a controlled environment. Large projects prepare students on how to work together and around each other. Tiny houses are just plain cool.
What kind of tiny house do we build? There are not many places in Alabama zoned for tiny houses. For example, the city of Lincoln does not allow any residential dwelling under 700 square foot. Who will inspect a tiny house? Local city building inspectors cannot certify a dwelling that is not permanent. This house could end up in any city in America. Who will buy the tiny house? Do you have $50,000 laying around?
Is this a part model RV or a tiny house? According to building specifications, it's a part model RV. You can call it a she shed, a man cave, or a tiny house, but at the end of the day, according to building specifications, it's a part model RV.
What materials do we need? First, we need a trailer. We purchased a new custom trailer built according to our blueprints from Alabama Associated Products. Next, we need exterior coverings. We use LP Smart Siding, which has a 50-year warranty. Number 3, we needed windows and doors. We partnered with a company and custom ordered windows and doors for our tiny house. Last but not least, interior coverings. We purchased this from Alabama Custom Cabins. It's a custom barnwood pine material. You may ask, why would a school build a part model RV instead of a tiny house? We first reached out to the tiny house community about the differences between tiny houses and part model RVs. The main reason we turned to a part model RV is that they are able to be financed and have more areas zoned for them, especially here in Alabama. The biggest factor for a buyer to get financed for a part model RV is that it has been third-party certified. So, once we had a plan, we started building. First and foremost, we want to build a quality product that someone is not scared of buying. After all, it is built by high school students. We produced a quality control manual and had our blueprints certified by a third-party inspector. This ensures that the product is the absolute best it can be. Part models are semi-permanent structures that are built like a traditional house. This includes 2x4 wall studs on 16-inch centers, 2x6 roof rafters on 16-inch centers. Also, all joists and studs are strapped every 32 inches throughout the entire house. We install LP Smart Siding, which comes with a 50-year warranty. We also install hurricane strapping on our part models that go 4 feet up the exterior walls in 6 different places. This allows the part model RV to be strapped down similar to a mobile home. Let's talk a few minutes about our advisory committee and our CTSO. Our advisory committee is our biggest support system. I made sure when I built this team that they were people that understand the goal of the class and were willing to help. I have a team of local builders, millwrights, and power company supervisors. I've also gained a very important member from Alabama Custom Cabins who has guided me through a lot of questions when building our part model RV. Alabama Custom Cabins is a great asset to this advisory committee and guides us through the process. My career technical student organization is Skills USA. My Skills USA club competed for their first time last year and advanced to the state level. Due to COVID-19, we were not able to attend the state conference. I also applied and won a new Chapter Skills USA grant in the spring of 2020. Our local Skills USA chapter continues to grow every year, and we're expanding in which competitions we compete in. We are looking forward to the competitions this spring.
The tiny house has made a big impact on our students, our system, the schools, and the community. The craft student and adult training grants have helped Talladega County schools broaden our reach and impact to meet Region 2 and surrounding regions' high-wage, high-demand construction trade needs. The students' success has drawn attention and admiration from local and state media. Technical education programs provide our students with the hands-on skills, knowledge, experience, and networking opportunities to learn what they enjoy doing and what they do not. To continue to build the program, students have held workshops for central office staff, hosted preview days for middle school students, and organized and implemented hands-on preview days to recruit students from the feeder high schools. The spotlight has shown community and parents that this program is truly building the future. Building construction students are taken through the NCCER Core certification, and those who meet and exceed the national standards have demonstrated that they are highly trained, knowledgeable, and qualified to do the job anywhere in the country. The mission of NCCER is to provide a safe, sustainable, and productive workforce to industry professionals, and the North Talladega County Construction Program is proud to be an Alabama partner in this mission. Before a student can begin work on the tiny house, they must have completed NCCER training and must have built one of the smaller projects the program produces to create opportunities to master basic construction skills. Projects include storage buildings, chicken coops, shooting houses, and playhouses. Students' discipline and attendance requirements must be met before a student can become a part of the tiny house team. The tiny house is currently being painted on the exterior, and the detail work on the inside will soon begin. Plans are to host an open house in partnership with Family and Consumer Science, Business Marketing, and Agri-Science prior to auctioning off the home in the spring of 2021. Because of the success of the program, the Board of Education just approved a new career technical building to be located at Lincoln High School. The new structure is designed to be large enough for the students involved in the tiny house construction project to work year-round, rain or shine. The structure will be large enough to house a 40 by 11 foot tiny house and provide classroom space. During the past year, some 115 students from Lincoln, Mutford, and Talladega County Central High Schools have worked on every aspect of the construction process, from framing to plumbing and electrical, as part of their class.